Hello everyone, my name is Kat, and welcome to a new type of video where I do whatever I want because this is my channel. So today, we're doing a little presentation. What is the topic? Small cats. You think you know small cats? Do you? Do you really? You know nothing. This is the jungle cat. The jungle cat doesn't live in the jungle at all. They actually live more commonly in basically anywhere that isn't the jungle. Now, here's the thing. There is a difference between big cats and small cats. But what is it? Most people don't really know. But you see, big cats, or Panthera, have soft and flexible hyoid ligaments, or bones, it depends on the species. It's sort of a modified bone, and it allows them to roar. They have round pupils, and there are only 5 species of Panthera. However, small cats, Felinae, have a rigid hyoid bone, which lets them purr. They usually have slit pupils with some exceptions, and there are 34 species. Now, is a snow leopard Felinae or Panthera? They have you can see their statistics. Their average weight for a male between 99 to 121 pounds, average weight for a female between 77 to 88 pounds, the largest ever recorded being 119. And shoulder height, at the shoulders, they stand at 22 inches tall. I am now going to play the sound that they make, and then I'll give you some time to guess. So do you think that it's Felinae or Panthera? Well, if you guessed Panthera, you would be right. A snow leopard is a big cat, although from their sound and their size, you wouldn't think so. They are, despite their name, more closely related to tigers than they are leopards. Now, this is the bay cat. It is an endangered species that lives on the island of Borneo exclusively. They are diurnal, and we know very little about them. We don't know their average age or their diet or like how many kittens they have in a litter. We don't know their average height at the shoulders. We think that their average weight is probably between 6.6 to 8.8 pounds, and we assume they eat small vertebrates due to their size, but we don't really know. They were discovered in 1856, and were thought to be extinct for around 60 years until someone showed up at the Smithsonian with a recently deceased one. This is the codcod. They are a vulnerable species with no preference of day or night activity. They live an average of 11 years, eat birds, lizards, and rodents, average 3 kittens per litter with a gestation period of 72 to 78 days. They were discovered in 1782 and live in southern Andean and coastal ranges. They have an average shoulder height of 9.8 inches and an average weight of 4.4 to 5.5 pounds. Aren't they cute? Now, Felinae or Panthera, here's the question again. This is the cougar, also known as the panther. It's a North American and it's a species just in Americas. It's in the Americas. It has a big range. The average male's weight is between 15, no, not 15, 115 to 220 pounds. The average weight for a female is between 64 to 141 pounds. Largest recorded that we know of, that I could find is listed as 276 pounds, and their height at the shoulders is about 24-35 inches. Here's what they sound like. Now, if you guessed that they are Panthera, you would be wrong. Despite being larger than snow leopards and often called panthers, the cougar is actually a small cat. This is the European wildcat. They are considered a species of least concern, though I do slightly disagree with that due to the fact that they have been mostly breeding into domestic cat populations and are now a lot of them half-breeds between the two species. They are mostly nocturnal, have an average age of 13 to 14 years. They eat birds, rodents, fish, and crustaceans, average about 3 to 4 kittens per litter, have a gestation period of 56 to 69 days, and while they were never explicitly discovered in a specific year, they were first described in 1777, and they have a habitat of broad-leaved and mixed forests, although they are locally extinct in Britain and Wales. They have an average height at the shoulders of 14 to 16 inches and an average weight of 8 to 18 pounds. This is the jaguarundi. It is a species of least concern, is diurnal, has an average age of 15 years, eats birds, reptiles, rodents, and small mammals, has an average of 1 to 4 kittens per litter and a gestation period of 70 to 75 days. They were discovered in 1803. They live in tropical rainforests, deciduous forests, deserts, thorn scrubs, cloud forests, mangroves, and savannas. They have an average height of 14 inches and an average weight of 7.7 to 15.4 pounds. This is the clouded leopard, Felinae or Panthera. They have an average weight between 25 to 51 pounds. The largest recorded was 50 pounds, and their shoulder height is between 20 to 22 inches. This is what they sound like. Now, if you guessed either Felinae or Panthera, you'd be wrong either way, because this species is actually Neofelis, which is a part of the Pantherinae subfamily, but is not part of the Panthera genus. But they get to sit kind of at the big cat table, because they're more closely related to big cats than small cats, but they are still different. In conclusion, please donate to small cat conservation efforts if you can, or just assist at all. The majority of cat conservation money goes towards the 5 big cats, but small cats, like all of these you see on screen, are far more numerous and often far more in danger of being endangered. Small cats are an important link in the food chain of nearly every continent on Earth, and we still know so little about many of them. Anything helps. All of these species shown on this slide are endangered or vulnerable species who need help. Their ranges are shrinking, as are their populations, and it would truly be a shame if they disappeared before we got to know more about them, because most small cats we don't know much about at all. And it's really a shame. I understand if you don't have money to donate, but even just spreading the word of the fact that they need help is help enough. Thank you. Any questions? Put them in the comments. I'll try to answer as many as I can. Here on this slide, I've listed my 3 favorite cats, which would be the sand cat, the African wildcat and the domestic cat. The African wildcat because, well, they essentially are like the ones that became our beloved domestic cats. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.